Welcome back, everyone. My name's Wade. This is Bourbon Hall, and 2023 is coming to a close. So, with that, I want to show you my top bourbons of 2023. Most of these are released in 2023, but a few may have been acquired in 2023 that are 2022 releases. So, let's check it out. All right. As I said, I'm just excited to have you guys here checking this list out. Let me know down in the comments if you have suggestions that should have been on my list that's not on here, or if you agree or disagree with my selections. Now, I would love to be able to pick things like King of Kentucky or, William LaRue Weller, but I don't have those. So let's just figure out my top 8 for 2023. Let's get it started. First, Stag 22A. Now this is supposed to be released in 2022, but it was released in 2023 in the spring because of labeling issues. But it's a cherry bomb, I love it, and I think it's one of the better ones. It beat out 23A and 23B to be on this list. Now that could change day to day, but right now, this is one of the 8 that I think should deserve to be on here. Next, Russell's Reserve Single Rickhouse. It was 300 bucks. I FOMO'd it. It's delicious. I love it. It's really, really good. But is it worth the cost? Probably not. But we'll find out later because I'm going to be doing a blind of these top 8 in a different video, and we'll see which one comes out victorious. It's a really well-rounded bourbon, and I enjoy it. If you saw my first video ever that I put up this year, it was doing this E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Batch 12. I find it just delicious from front to back. It is one of my favorite drinks of all time, just barrel proofs in general. And so, yeah, it didn't have a hard time making this list. I may be a fanboy of this particular product, but call me what you want because I enjoy it. All right, next on the list, probably not a whole lot of surprise here. It's the C923 release of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I find it just a powder keg of flavor. It will hurt your face. Some people have been mentioning that the B523 is better. Not in my experience, but I need to revisit that. I don't actually have a bottle, so I can't compare. This one, I'm really happy to get. I've got 2 of them, and I'm going to enjoy them for the next few years. All right, if you haven't noticed that there's a little bit of a trend that I like proofier stuff, that is because I like concentrated flavors, and the higher the proof, usually there's more flavors, not always. So a couple of these next few bourbons surprised me. So let's check them out. First, it's Woodford Reserve Historical Barrel Entry number 18. It comes in at 90.4 proof. It is just a brown sugar bomb. It's Brown-Forman at its best. I would just encourage anyone, if you get a chance to try it, this is delicious pour, and the complexity that you get from this is something that was surprising to me when I cracked it, and I'm looking to get another bottle because it's that good. Next, if you know me at all, I'm a sucker for Booker's, and it's maybe because it comes in a nice wooden box, or I just like spending money on subpar whiskey, so most of the time I get a little disappointed. This was the first Booker's in quite some time that blew me away. It doesn't have that traditional Booker flavor right off the top, the heavy peanut oil, things like that. I found this delicious. It is something that I got an extra couple bottles for it because this is gonna be one that I enjoy for the next few years. And it's just something I'm really happy to get. Really impressed with having it. I think I noticed that the lights just changed in here. So if you guys noticed that, if I noticed that on the playback, hopefully that wasn't a flash from a nuclear bomb and we can get through this video. Getting bright, getting dark, getting bright. Anyway, Booker's, this is the Mighty Fine batch. Man, it's a good pour, and if you don't like Booker's, you may not like this still, but I find it really enjoyable, very happy. Some people like the 04 release more. I like this one more. So this one made it on the list. It was surprising, delicious, and I encourage anyone to try it. Second to last on the list is another low proof Michter's 10 bourbon. This one comes in at right around 94 proof. With that lower, I was surprised to have the flavors. I've had a friend that tried it, he didn't care for it, but it hits my palate perfectly. I enjoy it. I think most people will enjoy this batch. I hear the 23A batch of this run was phenomenal. This is a D batch, but I still find it really delicious. So if you get a chance to try this, go ahead. I'm happy to have it on my bar. Last but not least, this one was a surprise for me. It came in my barreled and boxed subscription from Jim Beam. And most of the time you get some stuff that's a little bit weird in there. So this doesn't change. Little book, in retrospect, it's chapter 7. Now, a lot of the little books are experimental and there's a lot of different stuff going on in these things. This one is a home run. It is complex. It's got so much different things going on in it. And if you don't want your standard just vanilla bourbon, this ain't it for it. If you want to change your pace, try In Retrospect chapter 7. It is by far some of the most interesting whiskey I had this year, and it's delicious. Those are my top bourbons of this year, of 2023. If you have some things that you thought should be on there, let me know. I'm always interested to hear the comments and the suggestions that you guys have. I want to know if there's something in here that you really disagree with. Shouldn't be in there. For me, I was pretty impressed. I went through several of my whiskeys to try, but I think that everybody has a little bit different palate, so drink what you like, right? And it's enjoyable. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope everyone's staying healthy. Now, I want to encourage you, if you've watched this, I'm going to be putting out the blind to find out which one I think's the best. 8 whiskeys, that's going to be heavy. It's going to take me a while to get through it, but I'm excited to figure out which one I think is the best. Who knows? I'm going to guess I'm kind of hoping the Booker's wins because that would just be special for me, but I'm kind of hoping the Booker wins, but who knows, right? I appreciate you all stopping by. My name's Wade, this is Bourbon Hall. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know, people, how you're spending your New Year's and going into the next year. I just appreciate you guys checking me out. Until next time, let's drink good bourbon.